If you're a Samsung fan hoping for a Snapdragon-powered Galaxy S25 FE, I've got some bad news for you. The phone just showed up on a benchmark site, and the results are disappointing for many. After months of rumors, it's now confirmed. The Galaxy S25 FE will use Samsung's own Exynos 2400E processor and come with 8GB of RAM. This isn't great news for people who wanted a Snapdragon chip inside. To understand why people are upset, let's look back. The first two fan edition phones, the Galaxy S20 FE and S21 FE, were loved because they had the same fast processors as the regular Galaxy S phones, but at a lower price. It gave people near-flagship performance without the huge price tag, but then the Galaxy S23 FE changed that. Samsung used older Snapdragon and Exynos chips for that model, which weren't as fast or power efficient. Fans hoped that was just a one-time mistake. Unfortunately, it looks like it wasn't. The Exynos 2400E inside the S25 FE is a slightly weaker version of the Exynos 2400 chip found in the Galaxy S24 and S24 Plus. It's not terrible, but it won't match the performance of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, which is in the Galaxy S25, S25 Plus, S25 Ultra, and S25 Edge. What does that mean for everyday use? The Exynos 2400E should be fine for things like social media, videos, and light gaming. But for people who like playing heavy games, multitasking a lot, or just want the best speed and battery efficiency, this could be a letdown. And it gets worse. If you were hoping Samsung might release a Snapdragon version of the S25 FE in certain countries, don't count on it. When the Galaxy S23 FE launched, Samsung used Exynos chips even in places like the US. Now, with rising chip costs, especially for the latest Snapdragon processors, Samsung is fully leaning into its own Exynos chips for the FE line. There's one more downside. While many 2025 phones are starting to offer 12 GB of RAM as a standard option, the Galaxy S25 FE is sticking with 8 GB. For most casual users, this won't be a big problem, but for those who multitask a lot or want their phone to stay fast, for years it feels like another corner is being cut. Now for some good news. The one area where the S25 FE might actually be better than the regular S25 phones is software updates. Samsung usually releases the FE models with newer software than the main Galaxy S series. That means while the Galaxy S25 might launch with Android 14 and One UI 6.1 or 7.0, the S25 FE could come with Android 15 and a newer One UI version. Why? Does that matter? Because Samsung gives the same number of years of updates to all its S-series and FE phones. This means the S25 FE could receive 1 extra year of software support compared to the regular S25 models. That's a rare win for the FE lineup. To sum it up, the Galaxy S25 FE is a mixed bag. On one hand, Samsung is using its Exynos chip to keep prices lower at a time when chip prices are rising. On the other hand, it leaves gamers and tech fans wishing for something better. Add the lack of a 12 GB RAM option, and it's clear the S25 FE is still a mid-range phone, not a flagship killer. That said, if you care more about long-term software support and a possibly lower price than having the fastest chip, it could still be a good pick. What do you think? Does the lack of a Snapdragon chip ruin the S25 FE for you? Or is the price and software support enough to win you over? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more Samsung news.